Lastly, we have our honoree for exceptional lifetime achievement. And if I could have my wife come up, Connie's going to help me with a presentation, for Dr. William Bill Keenan, who is Cardinal Glennon, who for decades has been the man who is synonymous with this hospital. So let's watch this piece about Bill Keenan.
I think I'm supposed to, Bill is the speaker in the family, so while you watch the pictures, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our experience. I speak to you on behalf of all parents whose lives you have touched, Dr. Keenan, and those are many, many. Thank you for sharing your exceptional mind and your generous heart. Dr. Keenan is a kind of doctor who would occasionally spend an hour or two on a Sunday afternoon talking with parents who found themselves in a strange world in the NICU. He would explain what was happening and what the future could bring in a most comforting manner. Despite the fact that he had a wife and 7 children waiting for him at home, he never seemed to be in a hurry, and we thank his wife and family for sharing him with us. You always felt his empathy for what we parents were experiencing. We met Dr. Keenan at St. Mary's Hospital, and he prepared us for what to expect after the birth of our twins. Our pediatrician practiced at Children's, so when they were born, the doctor came and told us they were going to be transferred to Children's. Under no circumstances was that going to happen. We were going wherever Dr. Keenan was. Thus began our 24-year journey at Cardinal Glennon Medical Center. Dr. Keenan has been at the heart and soul of Cardinal Glennon for decades. He is the epitome of what a doctor should be at a Catholic children's hospital, a caregiver who instills comfort to a troubled family and worrying about a sick child. Given the fact that this is the first year for this award, we as a family feel that Bill Keenan is a most worthy recipient in that he is an icon in children's health care and has set such a high standard at Cardinal Glennon that you realize you're in the right place for you and your child the moment you enter the hospital. I want to say a quick note, Dr. Keenan, because our pediatrician went to Children's, we didn't have a pediatrician when the twins came home, and so Dr. Keenan said he would follow them for a year. And so Mary was very sick, and I would call him in the middle of the day and say, Dr. Keenan, I'd explain all that was happening, and he'd say, I don't know what's wrong, but I'll stop by on my way home from work. And he would. He'd come by and reassure us that everything was okay or tell us what needed to be done, and it was just all in his day's work. So on behalf of all the parents and babies whose lives you work so hard to improve, we thank you, Dr. Keenan.
Dr. Keenan attended medical school at Loyola University in Chicago. I mention that because I want to tell you the fact that it's a Jesuit institution. And in true Judeo-Christian formulation, he is truly a man for others. The Jesuits also teach us that upon graduation, you should go forward and make a difference, to not just be good, but to do good. All ad majorem Dei gloriam, for the greater glory of God. A pluses for Bill Keenan in every possible category. So ladies and gentlemen, the Glennon Ambassadors Award for indeed a lifetime of achievement, Dr. Bill Keenan.
Well, thank you. And I feel like I'm in such good company, you know, Judy and David, Loretta, Marcia, Matt, Susan, Andy, Blake, Craig, I really admire each of you and got to know a little bit more about each one of you, and so thank you for that. Really, really like that. I also found out that Susan is hilarious, which I didn't know before, Susan. And I found out that Andy is calm. Never seen that. Elizabeth, that was beautiful. Really, what a great voice and a great spirit for this day and this evening. So thank you for this award, and the dinner are especially dear because they're organized by you, the parents, the families whose children have been receiving care at Cardinal Glennon. They're very special. I'm deeply impressed by the differences that parents, you all make. And, in the hospital, even at the bedside with some of the very fragile, tiny, very sick babies, very often the touch of a mother or a father almost immediately soothes and comforts the child. Some of this can be seen in the electronic monitoring that we have up on the wall. And stressed breathing, stressed heart rate, almost immediately calmed. Just really a wonderful. Little miracles everywhere we look. Whatever we pediatric caretakers bring to the health of your children, it's always, and rightly so, in partnership with the family, mothers and fathers, you all. This evening brings special emphasis to this partnership. I think it's very special. I'm so privileged to work with living saints, the parents of the children we see every day. You bless us in so many ways, and thank you so much.